For 20 years, I'd worked to realize my dream. Things don't happen overnight. If you're gonna be a rebel, make sure you win. If you're gonna be a revolutionary, then fight for what you truly believe in. Success, which you want to speak about, is born out of arrogance. People thinking they're good. But greatness comes from humility.
He's a British chef, restaurateur, and television personality. He has been dubbed the first celebrity chef. He was, at the time, the youngest chef to receive 3 Michelin stars. He's Marco Pierre White, and here's my take on his top 10 rules of success. And as always, guys, as you're watching the videos, if you hear something that really resonates with you, please leave it down in the comments below and put quotes around it so other people can be inspired as well. Also, as you are writing something down, it's much more likely to stick in your head too. Enjoy.
My head chef, Robert Reed, said to me, "Where do we go from here, Marky?" And I said to him, "When I was a young boy, Mr. Reed used to tell me about a restaurant in Paris called La Serre, which was the ultimate, because it had 3 stars in Michelin and 5 red knives and forks." I said, "We've got 3 stars with 4 black knives and forks. Let's go for 5 red knives and forks." For the next 3 years, we pushed and we pushed and we pushed and we did everything. In January '98, we won our 3 stars with 5 red knives and forks. I'd realized my dream all those years later. And that dream I had when I was 17 years old. I was now 37 years old, so for 20 years, I'd worked to realize my dream. Things don't happen overnight. You have to make the emotional and the personal investment to make your dreams come true. Many people have condemned me for being controversial. I was never controversial. As I've always said, most of my reputation is the product of exaggeration and ignorance. Did I shout? Yes, I did. But I led from the front. I nailed my colors to the mast. I fought for my profession. If you're going to be a rebel, make sure you win. If you're going to be a revolutionary, then fight for what you truly believe in. And that's all I ever did. And the boys behind me, they followed me. My father sent me to Harrogate, which was a spa town, and told me to find a job. The most daunting task in my life. And I went to Harrogate and I found a job at the Hotel St. George in Harrogate. And I started there on the 20th March 1978. It wasn't great food, but what they taught me was how to push, how to run, how to be consistent, because consistency is born out of discipline. How never to be late, how to go to work when you're not feeling well, and let the chef send you home. Success is born out of luck. It's awareness of mind that takes advantage of that opportunity. You will all be confronted with opportunity. You must take advantage of it. Because if you don't take advantage of your opportunity, you'll never realize your dreams. Whether you want them or not is an irrelevance. You don't know that until you achieve it. I think what gave me the drive to succeed was my insecurities. Reading, writing, struggling. It gave me that individual drive to prove myself because I'd been belittled at school. I'd never been taken serious. I was always looked upon as being a fool, as being stupid. So it was the fuel behind me. And that's what made me work far harder, was to prove to my father and other individuals, including several teachers, that, you know, maybe I struggled with reading and writing, but I had and possessed other great qualities. And so had I been dealt with as a child, I may never have the energy or the fuel to drive me to get to where I got. I'm not a celebrity, I'm not a talent. I'm no one special, I'm like everybody else in this world. What I crave is ordinary, which I said to you earlier, is I come to work and I do my job. And my job today, really, if I'm honest, is inspiring the young, like having the catering students come and visit me this afternoon and show me respect and kindness. And I only hope that my stories and my philosophies and my thoughts inspire them. The last thing I said to them today is a story is more important than a recipe. A recipe can confuse you, but a story can inspire you. When I was a young boy, I had that privilege of working with people like the great Michael Lawson down the Box Street, the great owners of the Box Street, Mr. Reed and Mr. Long, Ken Lamb the baker, Albert Roux, Pierre Kaufman, Nicola Denitz, the great Raymond Blanc. But what did they really teach me? Was how to tell stories, how to inspire people. That's what's important. I've had lots of bad luck in my life, but I think having bad luck is equally as important, because when you have bad luck in life, you have to reflect. You have to take the knowledge from that experience. We've all been treated badly. We've all made mistakes. We've all had bad luck. So what we have to do is reflect, take the knowledge from that experience, and then allow it to enrich our life. It's as simple as that. And let's be honest, when people say, do you have any regrets, Marco? I say no. Because had it not been for all those mistakes I made,
you wouldn't be here.
I wouldn't have the knowledge that I have today. And I wouldn't have the experience that I have today. Because mistakes are fine as long as you take the knowledge from the mistake. And so the one thing my father gave me, which was really key, was that work ethic. That ability to get myself up in the morning, no matter how tired I was, to push myself through those pain barriers. And again, the combination of the loss of a mother at 6, and then being sent out to work at 10, starting work at 5 o'clock in the morning to do the milk round, being dropped off at 8:45 at school in the milk van. You know, that work ethic. So that combination of those two, work ethic and great insecurity, was what got me to where I went to. I turned my dream into reality, but sometimes reality is not what you think it is. Winning 3 stars was the most exciting journey of my life. Then the day comes where you're king of your world, and people's views of you now change because you're up there. And you have to play a systematic game. It's a formula. You just roll out the same dishes day in, day out. And then, you know, I sat down one day and thought to myself, do I really want to do this anymore? It's not pleasurable. And so I sat down and I thought to myself, what are my options? My first option was to continue working 6 days a week, between 80 and 100 hours a week. My second option, live a lie. Pretend I cook when I don't cook. My third option was to pluck up the courage from within, to give back my stars, to abdicate from my position, to accept that tomorrow I'm unemployed. I have no status. But what do I have? I have an opportunity to discover myself as a person and to let go of everything that I've ever worked for, to let go of my status, to walk away from my dream. It's a very tough decision. And one day, a little thought just drifted into my mind. And that little thought was that I am being judged by people who have less knowledge than me. So what is it all worth? Very little. And so that's what gave me the courage to walk away from the stove. You have to fight the ego every day. The ego
Very true.
is the most extraordinary part of us. Because when we think we've suppressed it and we've beaten it, it manifests itself into another form and another shape and starts to take you over again. And so every day you have to fight the ego and allow the humility to come through, in my opinion. And by allowing humility to come through, because let's be honest, success, which you want to speak about, is born out of arrogance. People thinking they're good. But greatness comes from humility. And being successful is not good enough. It's all about being great at whatever we do in life. You can have the most humble job in the world, but you can be truly great. You can be a humble gardener,
I'm going to be
but
using.
you can be a great person.
Thank you guys so much for watching. I made this video because Ian Atkins asked me to. So if there's a famous entrepreneur that you want me to profile next, leave it down in the comments below and I'll see what I can do. I'd also love to know, what did Marco say that had the biggest impact on you and why? What did you learn from this video that you're going to immediately apply to your life or to your business? Leave it in the comments and I'll see what I can do. Finally, I want to give a quick shout out to Anastasia Zinchenko. Thank you so much for picking up a copy of my book, Your One Word, and making that awesome YouTube video on it as well. I really, really, really appreciate your support.
Believe in yourself, believe in your abilities, and believe in your future.
So thank you guys again for watching. I believe in you. I hope you continue to believe in yourself and whatever your one word is. Much love. I'll see you soon.